Hi, I'm Jen from Acadian Accounting Education, and today we are going to practice correcting issues in the bank feed. So if you would like to grab a copy of the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description, and let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and correct those issues. Now, this exercise is coming from our Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, which, if you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description. Let's dive in and read through today's scenario. You are reviewing transactions in the bank feed and you see a transaction with no match. You are fairly certain you already entered it in QBO. Investigate to see what happened. Now, you'll need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. Once you sign in, this is what it will look like. So let's go ahead and get started with the exercise. The first thing that we need to do is start by finding the bank fee transaction. So to get to the banking center on the left navigation bar, we are going to click on bank transactions. So the left navigation bar is this black bar here. We want to click on bank transactions. It is a bookmark here. Go ahead and select that. Alternatively, you could have hovered over transactions and then selected bank transactions. But since it is a bookmark here, we just clicked on this one. Now, if this is your first time in this area, you will get this pop-up here. Just go ahead and close out of it as we do not need it for this exercise. Let's go ahead and filter out to money or filter to money out transactions. So go ahead and click on this field right here and then select money out. And then we're going to scroll until we see a Hicks hardware transaction for $24.38. So go ahead and scroll down. It's towards the bottom here. It shows as uncategorized expense. Go ahead and click anywhere on that line to expand it. Now take note of the date and the amount. So the amount is here, and then your date will be different than what you see here on my screen as the sample company is always changing their dates. So whatever this date is right here, just take note of it since you will need it for later. All right, so you remember entering a transaction for Hicks hardware with similar details. So let's go ahead and find that transaction. So from the left navigation bar, we are going to hover over expenses and then select vendors. So over here on the left navigation bar, here is expenses, and then we're going to vendors. We want to specifically look for Hicks hardware. So scroll down until you get to the H. It is in alphabetical order. Once you find their name, go ahead and select it. All right, so now you are viewing a list of transactions for Hicks hardware. I'm going to collapse this bar to open up my screen a little bit. Feel free to do the same thing. Now we're going to scroll down here, and towards the bottom, we can see a transaction for the same date here. If you remember, it will be different than what you see on my screen, but it should match what you saw on your screen. And it is for this this is the correct date. But if you look here, it looks like the amount is off by 2 cents. So you must have just typed it in wrong. So let's go ahead and click on View Edit so that we can open up that transaction and make the adjustment. So we're going to click into the amount field and change it to 24.38. So go ahead and do that. Oops, not that. And then once you click out of it or hit the tab key, you'll see that QBO updates the transaction, this particular expense. So let's go ahead and save and close out of it by clicking on the green Save and Close button on the bottom right corner. And now if you look here, you can see that it has been updated. So now let's go ahead and return to the bank feed and match the transaction. So once again, we're going to click on Bank Transactions. And then we are going to click on the Hicks hardware transaction line. So there's no more filter here, so we need to scroll and just kind of look carefully for it. It should be towards the bottom. Here it is. Go ahead and click anywhere on that line. And you'll see now that the transaction is matching the existing transaction in QBO. So now it is showing as a potential match found. And when we look at the details, it is definitely correct. So we can go ahead and match this by clicking on the green match button. And that is how you would correct an issue here in the bank feed. Now, if you like this exercise and you would like more information about it, or you would like more information about the Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link in the description, and I will see you next time.